you look on Apple Music or iTunes, it showed that Bread Gang is getting paid for that. But you know, Bread Gang started a new label called Low Boys. So FINESSE2TYMES, you know, still got business with Bread Gang. So Bag is still getting paid off Finesse music.
Even to today.
Look it up. Loyalty Over Love. Loyalty Over Love and all that got Bread Gang records on it. It got Mob Ties on it too, but it got Bread Gang on it too if you look it up. So they still, you know, in his pot, got their hand in his bag. The whole time him and Moneybagg were beefing, Bag was getting paid off my brother music.
That's crazy, especially that they're still working. That's.
Let me ask you this: are you still Bread Gang?
No, and we ain't leave on bad terms or nothing. Yeah. It just ran its course. Somewhere down the line, I just got the word that it was a wrap with it. Like it wasn't.
The contract was over, basically.
Basically, like it's like it was balled up.
Now, no love, he coming out with that, right? And I can't really stamp that. I feel like if that was the case, that would have been out there. You understand? Like, Bag did get in on the pot when it was good. Because on that back end song, that's Bread Gang. On the Art of War album, that's Bread Gang. So, yeah, Bag do get a good check off of Finesse. You understand? And he have got good checks off of Finesse, off them songs right there. But I thought they parted ways, like at the end of 2024 or somewhere in 2024. And then Finesse, he did a distribution deal with Atlantic and Mob Ties. That's what Finesse did. He did a distribution deal with Atlantic and Mob Ties. So yeah, it's a couple of people that got their hand in Finesse pot. You understand? So he may not be making a lot of money off of music. He make a lot of money off shows and features and promo. That's why he doing rap hustling right now. Because he not really making no money. He don't sell a lot of records. He don't sell a lot of singles. He don't sell a lot of album sales, and he don't sell a lot of singles. Sometimes you'll have an artist where they don't sell a lot of records, but they singles do millions of sales. So that save them. With Finesse, album sales low, singles low. Around that back end time, singles was, you know, he had 2 or 3 big records. Well, records that's pushing about 3 or 4. And then the hype died down because you feeling yourself. You ain't networking the right way. You thinking everybody's supposed to kiss your ass. You spending too much money. You riding a hit record too long. Like the 2 records that you got all this motion in, you riding them records too long. And you not jumping on the next record and really pushing that one. And you just getting all the show money that you can get, the max that you can get from them 2-3 songs. So now you're at 60K, you done got too cocky, like you're getting 200-300K. And yeah, you think you the hottest shit in the world. So you burning bridges and you don't even know it, or sometimes you do know it, but you don't give a fuck either way. And everything just working against you. Because as the money keep getting lower and lower and people, they're not really feeling the records no more. And it's because you just ain't networking with the right people at the right time. You're not nowhere to be found when the right records, they get into the clubs or the radio. You're not in these studios to get put on these records. So you miss out on a lot of hit records because you're doing your own little thing. You trying to get into a relationship. That really kind of fucks you up too. In the height of your moment, you get 3 girls, BBL, Sugar, the other little joint. So now you got all this shit right there, taking all your time and your focus. Then you got your crew and you got too much going on. when you should have been locked in trying to make the next biggest hit record. Because you've been locked up. You ain't had no long run to relax, to reward yourself with 3 females that's going to be with you at all times and live with you. And you you ain't did nothing yet. You ain't good enough yet. You ain't made enough money yet. You did that like you got $100 million in the bank, like you got 60, 50, 40 million in the bank. You just getting started. You're supposed to stay focused. See, Finesse not a good leader. He just a good boss for himself, and he can, get his girl situated. But he not good for leadership, or he over a crew, or he the one who tell everybody what to do. So if you need any type of leadership or guidance, or you want somebody to put you on or show you how to do this, and you turn up and make all this money, Finesse not that guy. A team like that for Finesse, he gonna fail. If you come already stacked and you already know what to do, and you already got money, and you already got motion, and you already got your own fan base, and you already got everything going on for yourself, and you already got your own whatever, it'll work. It'll work then. But if you ain't got none of that there, and you need some guidance, you need some help and all that, or you need, especially if you need money, it ain't gonna work. The relationship gonna turn left. It ain't gonna last. It's something gonna happen. But if you already got paper and you don't need nobody, and you already got your own fans, you're a rapper, it'll work with Finesse. Y'all may fall out over some other shit, but it won't be no issue right there. So that's what it is. Finesse not a leader. He's just a good boss for himself. He can make sure himself got some money and sugar straight. That's it. Any more work, any more people to take care of more than that, besides paying some bills, besides, sending some money for that, but really turning somebody from, they was making $30,000 a year, now they making $250,000, $300K, because they learned the skill set around you and you help them and put them in the right rooms. And Finesse resume don't say that, It say, I send you cash apps and Zelles to pay that light bill and rent and car payment, and he got some money for this and whatever. It ain't none of that other shit though. So it's a difference. So all the little shit that he doing outside of the booth, it shows in his work ethic. It shows in his songs. It shows in his drive. It shows him burning the bridge, him trying to be a pimp, him trying to have all this going on at the house. He still got this crew over here he can't really control because he don't want to feed them the right way. He want everybody around him to do shit for him for nothing, pennies on a dollar. So, yeah. Your back against the wall, all you can do is make pain music. You can't make no club record. You can't make no strip club banger. You can't make no radio anthem. No, it's only pain music. You know what I'm saying? That's why the songs that's trending for you right now is all niggas done tool you down. Now you trying to build yourself back up. People being fake with you. It ain't nothing party. It ain't nothing to make the women dance. It's gonna take your army. And then you down when you up, baby. You on that and you on that. Show a whole lot of love. Some people that didn't deserve it. Yeah, all your shit. It's for people that's going through shit. So when we go to the club, you don't got nothing new. Except it's cool when they do it. So yeah, pain music is working. But that only work when people are not really trying to turn up. When they're trying to turn up, they're not thinking about FINESSE2TYMES. So on the charts, your pain music sound decent, but it's not good enough to really chart heavy like a raw wave pain music song would. So therefore, you don't get the rewards of making the type of music like that. But it keep you busy, keep you booked up because you lowered your prices. You know what I'm saying? So that's smart, to lower your prices, or you was forced. Maybe it's not smart. I'm giving you too much credit. You was forced to do it like that. And now you forced to rap hustle. Now you forced to rap hustle and get money from all the local artists. That's a low level right there. For artists, It's not a low level for an artist who ain't never been to the top. It's not. But it is a low level thing for an artist who been to the top and now, you know what I'm saying, gotta be like, I'm working with all budgets. If you never had #1 Billboard songs, #2, #3, never got 60K, 70K a show on the regular, then I ain't talking about you. But if you didn't got that, you reached that, then come back down. Now you'll take 6,000 from somebody. You know, you fucked up. And you fucked up because you still living like you getting 50, 60, 70,000 a verse, 100,000, 60,000 a show. Your living habits, your family still think you got all this, and now you taking 5K, you taking 4K. They only got 3,500. You took that. And you're paying 1,500 for you to stand beside them and say something on a track or whatever, host something or shout your name out or promote them. And it's not for a decent number, like far as like the lifestyle that you created and how you spend money on narcotics. And so it'll force you, if you don't get enough from that, it'll force you to start flipping the pack. Little gas and shit, 100 bowls, 50 bowls, you know what I'm saying, 30 bowls. You getting 6K here and 5K here and 10K there. Yeah, but you spending 20K a month on gas and lean and pill, or 30K a month on gas and lean and pill. You spending that a month and your bills. Okay, sugar bringing 10K or 15K a month on OnlyFans. Yeah, but that may just cover the mortgage and something else, but you still got 10 to 12 more K in bills, or at least about 8K in bills, and then you got about 5 to 10 more K in habits, whatever you got going on, so that should be gone. Or you can't really stack. It's enough, but you're not really stacking a lot of paper. You can pay your bills and support your habit, and, you know, you got your cars, and you gotta, you know, buy the jewelry and shit like that, but you're not really stacking large amounts of cash. Of course, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40, stuff like that. Yeah, you can say that, stack that, but large amounts to be on the level of a rap star, 100,000 at one time. Stack that, 150,000, 250,000, put that up. Got a check for 400,000, put that up. Don't touch that. Got a check for 600,000, put that up. Don't touch that. You understand? So that's what I mean. You're not stacking large amounts of cash because the music not selling that much. And if you got deals over here and deals over there, and they getting a percentage, and it's not 100% fact that you own your masters and your publishing. We don't know that for 100%. So I don't know. If a nigga want to use, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. If they want to use that beat, do they got to go through Finesse, or they got to reach out to the labels and shit like that? If they want to put that song on a soundtrack to a movie, or in the movie, I mean, do they got to pay Finesse, or do they got to give the money to Mob Ties and Atlantic and Bread Gang? What's going on? You understand? And Finesse, really, the only way he get money is he got to show up to it. Show up for the song, show up for the video, show up for the promo, show up for the show. You know, sometimes you can do shit over the phone, but he got to show up for it. He can't just lay on his back and check clear, because the music ain't, I don't know what Spotify is, but anything can change. He's still doing way better than a lot of artists. I'm just saying the level that he's supposed to be on, because you was at 60,000. You're supposed to be here, and you back down. So that's an issue. But he's still doing better than the majority of the artists, especially the ones that's trying to get in. You know, all it takes is one song, and he back on top. So you just got to find that motherfucker and produce it and package it the right way. And, yeah. Other than that, he's just gonna have a big catalog. He's gonna have all these songs and stuff like that. Man, he gonna stay doing shows because he gonna stay in the internet algorithm. And yeah, as long as he keep his overhead low, far as what an artist usually had it overhead, 20,000, 30,000 a month, 40,000. Try to turn that down, cut that bitch in half or over half, especially if you got narcotic habits and you buying cars and jewelry. You had 5 houses, you just need to, you understand? But find different ways to flip that shit. He could turn this whole situation around. The money that Finesse do get, he can start flipping houses and buying 18-wheelers and barbershops and stocks. And so that's why you can't never count a nigga out or say he gonna go broke, because he can just take another route and it go up. But it's on him. But a lot of shit being his way, like lean pills and smoking heavy, and so he keep himself slowed down, and he could be here and he not, because it is, it's him. So it's really Finesse versus Finesse. Finesse versus Ricky. Finesse versus whatever fuck he call himself, or whatever demon he fighting, because goddamn. Finesse really should pay attention to Blueface, because his career could start heading towards what Blueface did, and really start looking at, like, every time I have female issues, it go viral. You make all these rants on Facebook and the internet, IG. So you may need to find you another pilot type of scandal, type of, you know what I'm saying, what you just had going on, and try to turn that into some real TV money, or come up with a show, try to dominate that lane, see what type of results you get. Or you could just go crazy on Facebook like Country Wayne. But, you know, you just do it in a more raw form. So it'd be kind of scripted, but it's real. So the argument's real. What y'all doing is real. But, you know, you kind of presenting it like how Country Wayne do. You may have to take that route. It could produce way more money if you know how to package it up right and present it right. Finesse, he probably needs some songwriters, because if it's up to him to keep making these records, he only gonna make songs based off what he feel and what he going through and what he went through yesterday and last week and last month. So it's all gonna be pain. He needs somebody to be in that studio and be like, we need this record, we need this. When they play Bounce That Ass Just Like Your Friend Do, after they play that, a FINESSE2TYMES, Bounce That Ass type of song need to come on. Finesse don't got no feel good records. Finesse don't got no get money records. So, bruh, you're gonna struggle because you don't know how to adapt or what the people want to hear. You only gonna get them what you going through, which it is a good lane for that. It's a big market for that, but you don't know how to make you still don't know how to make that song that'll make it go to the top. Or you do got the song that'll make it go to the top, right? And I'm wrong on that part. You just not spending the money. You're not putting $250,000, $500,000, $1 million behind these records. So it's not gonna never reach the right wave type of hit chart at number 2, number 3. You gotta go platinum. It ain't gonna do that. So what Finesse can do is go back and think like, what was the records that really took off, that really got me to 60K? I need to make these type of records. That's what the people really want to hear. That's what they want to hear. He need to make whatever worked back then, go back in that pocket. You didn't really maximize what you could have maximized out of that pocket. You jumped in that pocket, you didn't master that pocket. You got a hit record out of it, another banger, then you jump to another pocket because you start fucking up, burning bridges. Now everything working against you now. You feeling like this, so you know. So you don't connect with the right people who make pain music like you, and you make records. You don't make no EPs with nobody. You don't want to break bread with nobody. You wouldn't, you know. So it mean you got to work extra harder. Like you got to work way harder than the other artists. The shit that you got, the Durango, the other car you got, the jewelry that you got, the house that you got. If you got to work so hard to get that. When this artist, everything that you worth and got, he pretty much got all. He made all that off one song because he made it. He did this. He put this money behind it. He did that. But it took you Atlantic Bill, Bread Gang, Mob Ties, drop 50 records, 100 records. And the hype started dying down because he really ain't changed. And Bag probably saw that. That's why Bag ain't really put him number one. See, Finesse wanted Bag to let him come over to the Bread Gang and he take all the shine. And it really be Bag and Finesse and everybody else up under them. And he damn near act like he want 50% of the company. He damn near acting like he want to be bad. Like he think he just gonna skip everybody. Like, so his old ways still probably fucked up everything. Because why wouldn't Bag drop more records? Y'all did Black Visa, then it stopped. So he had to not fuck with Finesse vibe. It's something about Finesse. Or he's saying little slick shit. And Finesse don't understand it's getting back to Bag. Because Bag is the bag. Bag is the nigga, so motherfucker gonna make sure their relationship with him sturdy so that she get back to Bag. And he know the whole time how you really feel. The little sick shit you say, he know that. So he ain't really fucking with you just on the label. He just getting the bag, you know what I'm saying? It had to be something like that. And then he seeing how you rocking. And then he don't even believe you really that guy like that, like how you talk. Because he see you now like, look, you on your own. If you was that guy, you would have the records. You would have the records. You ain't top 10 right now. You may look up on the record. You have it pushing a little bit on the internet. They may do it on TikTok, but you don't put enough money behind your record. So Finesse really need a full deal, not just a distribution deal. You need a real record deal. But you don't have the momentum. You don't have the records to get a deal like that, and you not be in the hole. You're going to be in the hole once again. You'll get the advance, but you're going to be in the hole. So you really need to get off of me. You need to get out of these contracts. Just sell what you can sell. Put out your music. Flood the market. Flood the market and get your money on shows and shit like that. But I feel like the labels ain't believing in Finesse right now because I don't see a lot of marketing behind his records. I don't see a lot of, like a big marketing campaign behind none of his records or his albums or his whole situation, period. So they like, you can put out music until you impress us. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? You just on a label. You just on a label. So what Finesse doing right now is just dropping a lot of music and staying relevant in social media and getting a lot of money off shows and doing little features in different hoods and different cities. So he gonna lower his price. Say at one point he was getting $40,000 for a verse, $50,000 for a verse. Now he'll take $7,000. He'll take $5,000. And people will pay that. He'll take $10,000, $12,000. People will pay that because he's still Finesse. And he will deliver. So now he just rap hustling. So if you do a show for $15,000, $20,000, and then a couple artists got $7,000, this artist got 10, that should add up. He do a verse, 8 bars, 6 bars, may do a hook. He like working with your budget. If you got 5,000, he'll give you a hook. You understand? So that's what he doing right now because he ain't got no marketing, no big marketing campaign where they put a big budget behind it. We don't see a big push with him. I don't really see a label believing in him. Atlantic don't believe in FINESSE2TYMES. That little threat he's saying he'll get on some YB shit. You can't get on that because you ain't YB. You don't put up them numbers. You gotta be a big dog to get on some YB shit. You ain't no big dog when it comes to the billboards, and you can't be like, man, I done did this for the label. I done did this. I done broke these records. I done streamed this many billions of streams. I done trended #1 30 times. I done did the. You can't talk like that. You gonna still talk about when you first got out of jail, you had back end, and it's cool when they do it, and all this shit there. So you can't get on no YB shit. Unless you talking about getting high, going to jail like YB. Or you talking about getting the pills, getting the prescriptions and shit like that. When you tell Atlantic, man, I get on some YB shit. Oh, you talking about getting on house arrest and then getting the pills and going to jail and getting shelled and dancing in front of the camera. You talking about that type of YB shit. Oh. Because you can't be talking about Billboard chart, a whole bunch of plats, going on tour. This many billion streams, this many millions of records sold, this many hit records, this many. You can't be talking about that type of YB. You talking about this little shit like, yeah, you get on house arrest and you can't leave out the house and get it the kid while on them, come do an interview at your spot and shit like that. Oh, I got you. But yeah, something went left with this Moneybagg Yo shit, man. But you can see that the love ain't 100% 100 with Finesse and Moneybagg Yo on Finesse side. Finesse with other people around, like he'll get on some jealousy shit, or if it ain't that, or some little slick hating shit or competition type shit. Like, he just not a good fit for Bread Gang, Loaf Boys, Fox Gang. FINESSE2TYMES not a good fit. FINESSE2TYMES not a good fit around Chopper Gang, like Pooh Shiesty. Like, he just don't, I don't see where he fit at. He got to be by himself. But he really need a group. He really need a rapper that got a label, or they signed to a big label. So he really need a Bread Gang that signed to a CMG, or he need to be signed to CMG. But he don't like competition. He don't like the weight. So CMG got Gorilla, they got Big Boogie, they got Moneybagg Yo, they got Block Boy, they got all these different artists. 42 Doug, and he got to go last, but he got a song that's gonna go crazy in the first quarter, but he can't really pop out and drop an album to the fourth quarter. He gonna start getting in his feelings. And then sometimes somebody could be so big that they caught a drag over to the next quarter because they run so strong. So, meaning, let me give you an example. So when 50 dropped in the club, no, he dropped Wankster. They go crazy. Then he dropped in the club. They go stupid. Then he dropped 21 Questions. They go, so if somebody else on the label on Interscope, if it's they run to be next, his shit doing so much, it's selling so many records, so many millions and millions and millions of records, they keep dropping the next record instead of going to the next artist. Matter of fact, they want their artist to drop a second album because it sold so much. Same shit with Nelly. When Nelly dropped Country Grammar, it sold 10 million records. They don't want no Saint Lunatic project or the next person who on that label. They want another Nelly album. So that's when he dropped Nelly's second album, Nellyville. That's the album with It's Getting Hot in Here, and the song with Kelly, and that Pimp Juice. Then he came out with his own energy drink called Pimp Juice. Yeah, Nelly had his own, yeah, so my phone wasn't really tripping on no St. Louis. By the time it got to the St. Louis project, it didn't sell well, it didn't do well. Had a decent song on it for a hit record, but it didn't do good. So if you're on the label, you can have a big superstar on the label. So on CMG, you got Gorilla, you got Bad, you got 42, you got where this shit may carry on. And you wait. So niggas starts throwing little slick disses and slick hate and saying don't hang over there and shit just start going left. And then when it's your turn to pop out, the CEO don't put a lot of effort behind your shit. He don't promote it a lot. He reposts it, but he don't really, you done seen him show love to other artists way harder. Finesse could have felt bad, did that to him. When it's time for when it's time for YTB Fat to drop an album, and you reposting it all in his videos, doing all type of shit. When it's my time to drop an album, you just hit the like button on my page. You share my shit one time. You ain't really fuck with my shit like, come on, man. So, you never know unless you really in the circle or they just say what really happened, what really went down.